Moving on to the other big story we're tracking, 10 days after Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal alleged that she was kicked, punched and slapped at Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence by his close aide Bibhav Kumar, she broke her silence in an interview to ANI for the first time. She recounted what unfolded according to her on May 13. She claims that edited videos have been put out to defame her and that so far Arvind Kejriwal has not even spoken to her once. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister in an interview to PTI said he expects a fair investigation and that there were two versions to the story. But has the Chief Minister already ended up choosing sides given that Bibhav has been defended by his party is the big question. Let's take that to the guests also joining us. After the stand that the Aam Aadmi Party has taken, has free probe become just a farcical call?
उन्होंने मुझे 7-8 थप्पड़ पूरी ज़ोर से मारे। मैं सोफ़े पे बैठी थी, वो सामने खड़े थे, वो मारे ही जा रहे थे। ये कहते हैं कि मैं ट्रेसपास कर रही थी, मेरे पास कोई अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं था। तो मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि अगर मैं ट्रेसपास कर रही थी तो फिर तो गेट पे ही रोक देते। जिन लोगों के साथ मैंने इतने साल काम किया, उन्होंने जब मेरे को इतनी बुरी तरीके से पीटा गया तो मेरा साथ नहीं दिया, मुझे अकेला कर दिया। आज मैं पूरी तरीके से अकेली हूँ।
News to be with us. I will also be joined by Anmol Pawar, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. But RP Singh, I want to get your view first because Arvind Kejriwal has made his stance very clear. The party has made its stance very clear. But Arvind Kejriwal's last statement is on this case, first and last possibly, that he believes there should be a fair investigation, that there are two versions of the story. So no one version should be taken on face value or as the gospel truth.
Well, I go by what Kejriwal says, and let me just play it for you for a second. It's just 1 second thing. He says, Bhagwan sab kuch dekh raha hai. I mean, today he said that Bhagwan sab kuch dekh raha hai. And I hope he has some fear of God left in him, because the video, all that recording which would happen has been deleted. The CCTV coverage is blank now. The DVRs are blank now. So that's how the complete thing is. And how can he forget his own colleague Sanjay Singh is on record, who said that yes, she was ill-treated, she was beaten. I mean, what he said in a press conference, we all know that. And he said so after he met Swati Maliwal. And then he said Mr. Kejriwal will take the action against Bibhav Kumar. But instead of taking action, next day he was seen with Bibhav Kumar was seen with Sanjay Singh and Kejriwal. Bibhav Kumar was seen in Lucknow with Sanjay Singh and Kejriwal. And probably that led to Maliwal to go to police station and file a complaint. Swati Maliwal to do all what she did later on, but probably she was under impression that she will get justice from Mr. Kejriwal, which she didn't got. So that's why that triggered off the thing. But fact is, the report, the medical report states that she was beaten, and for them to say that she took some 36 hours or 48 hours, well, we remember that Me Too cases happened, and then people went to the woman went to court after years, and then put the people to shame. And here there is a medical report also along with it.
No, if she took some time to file the complaint, it's also a reality that the Aam Aadmi Party took its own time to kind of figure out what they wanted to say on the matter as well. Anmol Panwar of the Aam Aadmi Party is also joining us. Anmol,
31 hours.
34, 36 hours. My question is very simple, Anmol. It seems the party has already decided that Swati's version cannot be trusted. You've called her an agent of the BJP. You've already tried to discredit her and basically present that her case is false. It has been called a false case and false allegations. So now that the Chief Minister breaks his silence, I'm not quite sure what value does it have when he says that there should be a fair probe. You've already tried to character assassinate the victim and victim shame Swati Maliwal, as she says. What's the point of a free probe or calling for a free probe now?
See, the point, what she is demanding is a fair investigation. And what the Honorable Delhi Chief Minister is saying, that we also want a fair investigation. And because it's not just a procedural formality, it is a fundamental right which is required to uphold the integrity of justice. And one of the crucial aspects of free and fair investigation is that even the accused must be heard. We must
Yes.
have a complete view of the incident.
But
to
how will you
prevent
get the
any
complete
bias,
view if nobody from
to
the party
prevent
is
any
speaking to
bias,
Swati Maliwal?
and to ensure that no side of the story is overlooked. Mr. Bibhav Kumar filed a complaint 5 days back to the Delhi police, and it has not been registered. He has given his version. Why isn't any FIR registered on that complaint? That is what we are asking for.
No, but that complaint also came as an afterthought, right, of the complaint filed by Swati Maliwal. My question is, the Chief Minister
No,
of
it's
the
not.
state.
It was not an afterthought. It was not.
It is an afterthought. It was
There's
filed
no,
after
there's
Swati
no,
Maliwal's complaint.
We
Yeah.
can likewise we can say that the incident happened on 13th of May, and Swati Maliwal filed the complaint 4 days after that. She is well versed with the legal procedure and technicalities involved in such
But hers
cases.
is the
Then why
first
the
complaint,
delay?
na?
The complaint was filed after 4 days. The MLC was conducted after 4 days. Why is there so much delay?
Can I?
Okay,
If
RP
she was
Singh wants to
beaten
come
so
in.
badly, then
RP Singh.
why was the delay in filing the complaint?
He is not aware of the law. Law says that he can file a complaint even after 1 year for that regard. But coming to the point, he made a PCR call in which
Sir,
he said,
likewise,
"मैं
Bibhav
CM
Kumar can
साहब के
also
निवास
file a
पर हूँ."
complaint. There's no
Sir, I
limitation.
didn't interrupt.
There's
One
no
by one, one by
limitation.
one. I'll give you both an opportunity.
Please, sir,
Let
I
each
didn't
of you have
interrupt
30
you.
seconds, then I'll come to you. Yes. RP Singh, 30 seconds.
This is Shivani's show. You are not your party office, sir. Please, I mean, have some patience.
Sir, but
and
you
have-
must
give some
present
regard to Shivani.
correct facts.
Sir,
You must
Okay,
present
okay,
correct
RP
facts.
Singh, RP
If
Singh.
the Shivani show does not give you a license to speak.
RP Singh,
make
please. Anmol,
false
I'll come to you.
allegations.
I'll come to you.
Well, this is what exactly would have happened to Swati Maliwal at the CM's residence also. I mean, well, she would not have got a chance to even speak and she would have been trashed. I mean, that's how the man is trashing me right now on your show itself. But coming to the point, I mean, the PCR call was made and PCR call, she said that मुझे पिटवाया जा रहा, उन्होंने मुझे को अपने पीए विभव कुमार से बुरी तरह पिटवाया है. This is the first PCR call. And then rest everything followed. And then why did Sanjay Singh went to his residence if Bibhav Kumar was not at fault? Why did Sanjay Singh came and held a press conference thereafter? And does it take so long to meet Bibhav Kumar for Sanjay Singh to meet Bibhav Kumar and have his point of view? This is all, this is all afterthought and then all fabricated to cover up. But fact stays that Mr. Kejriwal also took long to give and come and speak on the subject. And then today to reflect from the basic core issue, which is that it happened when he was at the residence and it happened when Mrs. Kejriwal was at the residence. And probably, I mean, I am not very sure, but this what seems to be, it happened with the consent of Mr. Kejriwal, the CM himself.
Yes, Anmol.
So when you are not aware of the correct facts, the law does not work on presumptions and assumptions. And you are not the jury and judge to give a decision without even the trial, trial has not commenced. So the law says, let me teach you some law. The law says that an accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. It is a legal principle which ensures dignity of even an accused. The prosecution, in this case Swati Maliwal, must present credible evidence. The video footage.
What dignity you are talking about?
The video footage.
No, what dignity and what footage you are talking about?
It shows
Aman, you have your children and your probably daughter or your sister or your mother at your home. What face you will show them tonight? That you are defending Bibhav Kumar. You are defending Bibhav Kumar, a person who has smashed Swati Maliwal, who has hit Swati Maliwal on the face and who has kicked Swati Maliwal. You are going to tell your family that way?
One by one.
No, I'm not getting agitated. You go and see it in a mirror and then see yourself in a mirror and then say what you are saying.
Anmol, okay, let me come in. Anmol, my question to you is this. You're absolutely right. Nobody should be pronouncing any judgments and I'm all for that. even in a case where a woman is alleging assault or even sexual assault. I agree with you. But my point is simply this. You've already come out and publicly shamed Swati Maliwal. You've already called her an agent of a political opponent. So what grace have you left for her?
See what, Shivani, whatever we said is correct. She
That's
was
your
working
version. It's
as
not
an-
the gospel truth
No.
either. But my point
So,
is,
but-
looking at the sensitivity of this
Shivani,
case, shouldn't you
let
have held
us-
your horses and at least not attacked the victim in this case personally? That's the least
See-
the Aam Aadmi Party could have done. You could have said that no, we don't believe her version, no, we have a different version from Bibhav Kumar, and let an investigation go on. But you've condemned her.
See, Shivani, the fact still remains that it is a conspiracy hatched by the BJP, and it is our responsibility to tell the people of this country about the true facts. The
Conspiracy
video
to
evidence
reformat the
which
phone.
surfaced.
Conspiracy
Please allow me
to
complete. Sir, you are getting
clean the
agitated,
complete
sir.
CCTV
Sir,
footage.
you do not want the view.
No,
you
no,
do
no,
not
I'm
want
not
the
getting
viewers to get
agitated.
the correct
Conspiracy
facts.
to clean
Sir, you
the
do not
DVR.
want the viewers to know the correct facts. Sir, you are
Conspiracy
getting
to
agitated.
reformat the phone.
Sir, you are.
Why
sir,
it
you
happens
are a
is always with
disgrace
Aam
to
Aadmi
women's
Party.
safety.
You
Sir, your
always
party is a
reformat
disgrace
your
to
phone.
women's safety. When people like you talk about women's
Sir,
safety, it feels like a terrorist
Sir,
is
what
talking
can
about
be bigger
non-violence.
disgrace than this?
It
That
seems
in the
that a
Chief
correct
Minister's house,
person is
in his
talking about
drawing room,
transparency.
a colleague,
Sir, why didn't you speak about
member of
Prajwal
parliament
Ravana?
was beaten
Sir, why didn't you
black and
speak about
blue,
Manipur?
and then you still
Sir,
talk
why
about
didn't you
shame.
speak about Brisbhushan
I
Charan
still
Singh?
remember Sandeep Kumar,
Your
who
leader
used to
silent
rape
about these
women
issues.
on account of giving
And
them
why
ration
didn't you
card,
speak
and your
about
Chief
the
Minister
same
Kejriwal
Swati Maliwal
defended him.
when she was
Your Chief
dragged and
Minister
beaten by
defended
the
him.
Delhi
I
police?
still remember that woman colleague of yours, Miss Soni,
You are not allowing me to
for whom
complete, sir.
Chief Minister said,
Let
yes,
me come
you
in.
will take
Let me
action.
come in. I cannot have
Yes,
both of you
yes,
speak over each other.
version.
RP Singh, give me 30 seconds. 1 second. Let Anmol speak for 30 seconds. And Anmol, please answer my question. You could have waited for that free and fair
Please
probe
ask
that the
him.
Chief Minister is asking for, even if you
Shivani.
tended to believe Bibhav's version more than Swati Maliwal's version. But you know, when you come out and say this is a conspiracy, she is doing this because of so-and-so, she's a liar, she's this and that, then you've not left much scope for a free and fair investigation. I'm saying this only because he's the Chief Minister of the state.
Shivani, it is the responsibility of the Delhi police to do a free and fair investigation.
What is the responsibility of the CM? No responsibility.
See, the responsibility of CM is to cooperate in the investigation which he is doing. The Delhi police, now let me take you through the series of events. This DD entry and this FIR, as far as women's case is concerned, it is kept confidential, and it is the Delhi police who made it public. The Delhi police, rather than investigating in this particular case, they are harassing old parents of the Delhi CM who can barely hear or walk. Is this the kind of investigation they are doing? They have not even registered an FIR on the complaint made by Mr. Bibhav Kumar,
Okay.
which was sent
Your
5 days back.
complaints against
Is
Delhi
this-
police is
this a-
fine. You know, that's a separate matter. You can allege whatever you want
No,
of the
this
police
is-
and the procedure.
this is-
My question was very simple.
That's not a
Allow
separate matter.
the victim in this case, who is a Rajya Sabha MP from your party, has been a confidant of your party for 20 plus years, at least give her the grace and the dignity to say, okay, you say this happened, he says this happened, let the police investigate. But you've already kind of condemned her, as I said. But anyways, let me give 30 seconds to RP Singh now.
but
RP Singh.
why
RP
is she
Singh,
leveling
questions over the
baseless
Delhi police
allegations
conduct.
against Bibhav Kumar?
Okay, questions over the Delhi police, RP Singh, which comes under the MHA, by the way.
This is a picture of Soni Mishra, who committed suicide because of Ramesh Wadhwa, a close aide of one of the MLAs. And Mr.
So what
Kejriwal
about
said
Prajwal
he was a Aam
Ravana?
Aadmi
Do
Party
you have the
worker.
guts to speak
Sir,
on Prajwal
can I,
Ravana?
did I interrupt it?
Do you have the guts to
So
speak on Manipur violence? The women of Kargil warrior was paraded naked.
Okay,
Bhushan
okay.
Charan Singh, Olympic medalist. They leveled serious
Let
allegations
him
of sexual
have his
harassment.
30 seconds
What
now.
happened to
Anmol, I
that?
have limited time. Let him have his 30 seconds now. Please, thank you.
Disgrace on women's safety.
Okay, I don't
Seems like a
want
monster.
all cases listed out. That doesn't help any of the victims in any of those cases. RP Singh, 30 seconds.
Well, it pinches them when you talk them about their own party colleagues being raped, sexually assaulted, or being beaten in the CM's office? Well, they have no answers to that.
Talking about, sir,
What about the
police?
What about the police revealing this case and not registering Bibhav's complaint? Anmol, I'll have to mute you, please. Anmol, not like this. Please lower his fader. Yes, RP Singh, please respond on the police question.
No, police has acted as per Swati Maliwal's statement. Moment Swati Maliwal gave her statement, as I said, the fact is that Mr. Sanjay Singh and Mr. Kejriwal would have approached Swati Maliwal and would have looked for some reproachment or some understanding that we will take action against Bibhav Kumar, which they didn't took. Rather, they supported and they took him along.
Okay.
That triggered the thing. And that's how Swati Maliwal came for the police complaint, and thereafter police started taking action. Now, if Swati Maliwal is on record saying that she met the parents of Mr. Kejriwal, then police will obviously go and ask them, is she lying or did she meet
fair
you?
enough.
No,
let
let
everyone cooperate with the investigation, and only then can their word be believed. I do thank RP Singh and Anmol Panwar for joining us for our second debate. Let's wait and see what happens as far as this case is concerned. Time for a very short break. On the other side, we get you an exclusive conversation with the parents of the victims, Anish and Ashwani, in the Pune Porsche crash. Remember, the Juvenile Justice Board has finally cancelled the bail given to the accused in the matter.
Where the Labour will have to make a very heavy swing in its favour if it is to form government. That's not necessarily going to be easy, even though it is ahead in the opinion polls. The last time the Labour Party led by Tony Blair won, it recorded a massive swing, and this time the Labour Party will have to record a swing matching that, if not better, and that is quite a big ask. Labour leaders have been conditional, they have been careful in their promises. Keir Starmer has been saying that there's a lot of work to do and that it's not going to be some result taken for granted that Labour necessarily will win, and therefore indicating that there's work cut out for Labour in the weeks of campaigning ahead. But the campaigning is now on. The general election in Britain is now on.
Earlier today, I spoke with His Majesty the King to request the dissolution of Parliament. The King has granted this request, and we will have a general election on the 4th of July. This election will take place at a time when the world is more dangerous than it has been since the end of the Cold War. Putin's Russia is waging a brutal war in Ukraine and will not stop there if he succeeds. That war has also made it all too clear the risk to our energy security. In the Middle East, the forces of Islamist extremism threaten regional and ultimately global stability. These tensions are exploited by extremists who seek to undermine our values and divide our society here at home. China is looking to dominate the 21st century by stealing a lead in technology. And migration is being weaponized by hostile states to threaten the integrity of our borders. And these uncertain times call for a clear plan and bold action to chart a course to a secure future. You must choose in this election who has that plan, who is prepared to take the bold action necessary to secure a better future for our country and our children.
Britain will now go into a general election on Thursday, July the 4th. A surprise announcement coming from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak at 10 Downing Street, right here behind. A surprise announcement because most political pundits, the opposition and government leaders had been expecting an election to be announced for the autumn of this year, but not a surprise. Over the 24 hours or so preceding the announcement, everything had been building up to it. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak clearly was consulting colleagues. The Foreign Secretary David Cameron cut short his visit to Albania. Defence Secretary Shapps cancelled a visit to Lithuania. All cabinet members were advised to necessarily attend a meeting of the cabinet at Downing Street taking place on Wednesday afternoon. This now sets the scene for an election battle with the Conservatives trailing behind the opposition Labour Party. Labour have been a fairly steady 20 points ahead of Conservatives over the last many months. That could change. Also, Labour has been winning one by-election after another, and that has been indicative of a growing and steady success for the Labour Party in those by-elections, certainly in the opinion polls. But the real polls are going to be another story, and it's going to be full swing election campaigning now on. Prime Minister Sunak announced that he had met with His Majesty King Charles and asked him to dissolve Parliament ahead of the elections. The King, of course, following protocol, accepted that, and so Parliament is now due to be dissolved. This is going to be a stage now when there will be no members of Parliament. Everyone within the Parliament who is an MP and others will be candidates contesting for the election. It's going to be hectic campaigning now over the next many weeks. The government has set its terms, the Conservative Party has set its agenda, and Prime Minister Sunak set that out briefly when he spoke at outside 10 Downing Street to announce the election. He said Conservatives are the party of security, Conservatives are the party that can guarantee a future. Sunak in fact attacked Labour leader Keir Starmer personally. He said he's a man not to be trusted, that he was seeking his position as leader of the opposition for reasons of ambition, not for reasons of any policy or plan that he has in mind that can be implemented. Therefore, he has said that he is the one to be trusted, that the Conservatives are the party to be trusted. There have been questions, of course, about promises that Rishi Sunak made. He had set out 5 promises. The first was halving inflation, and on that score, the government has done well. Rishi Sunak clearly has done well.
Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching this live broadcast from CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. Now, the Juvenile Justice Board last evening cancelled the bail granted to the 17-year-old Pune Porsche case accused. Joining me now are parents of the 2 victims, Savita Avadhya, mother of Anish Avadhya, and Suresh Kumar Costa, father of Ashwini Costa. Savita जी, पहले मैं आपसे पूछती हूँ कि क्या आपकी कोई उम्मीद बड़ी है जिस तरह से अब बेल फाइनली कैंसिल हुई है प्रेशर बनने के बाद?
जी हाँ, मुझसे उम्मीद बढ़ गई है कि